So, Be'ezrat Hashem, I would love to share with you my heart and to tell you things about Harav a little bit, to understand what it means that a person's got a Rav, that a person's got that thing that calls Rebbe, Rabbo Muvhak. It's a very important thing. All of Torah Shebe'al Peh starts at that we're saying Moshe kibel Torah miSinai, Msara leYehoshua, Yehoshua lizkenim, Uzkenim linvi'im, and on. And actually all of the Torah is based on that, something that is so hard to see and for people to recognize through the generation. All of the salvations of Am Yisrael, always, everything was and will be, always depends in the tzadikim, in the righteous people. We cannot move without them. We cannot. We don't have no powers of our own. We're sitting here and learning Torah, and we don't remember that Torah we're receiving now, not the Torah to Moshe. This is also, but also now the merit to sit, it's because that there is righteous people that are defending the generation. It's not our merit. We don't have no merit. We know ourselves. We don't have no merit. We don't have the zchut. And those people, those righteous people, the Zohar Kadosh is calling them Anpe Shchinta. The righteous people, they are the face of the Shechina. Means that this is the face of Hashem in the generation, those righteous people. All of the righteous people. Not that one, he. No. Abaye is saying in the Gemara Kedosha that in every generation there is minimum 36 righteous people that are holding the generation. This is the Lamed Vav Tzadikim Nistarim, hidden righteous people. That they are standing and praying and saving us, and they're praying for us. And it's like there is someone that gives you water to drink, and you drink that water, and you're busy to drink. You're busy drinking the water, and you don't remember that there is someone that is drinking you, that lets you drink. And it's good, it's okay, it's nice, we're happy. Also the righteous people, they don't need our thanks and praises and honor, they don't care. They're doing it out of love. One time Rav was very sick, Rav Shalom was very sick, and people went crazy with their imaginations of blaming themselves on why a Rav is sick. And people started to see in Likutei Moharan that it's written that when the students are not fulfilling their obligations and they're not fit and worthy, so the rabbi, he's suffering, hu saval, all of his sickness is because of us, and on and on. And it's written. No one is arguing, but came a time that one of the rabbis in the yeshiva gave a class and explained to all of the yeshiva that people really need to take themselves seriously and to do tshuva and what's going on. Sorry to say, it's nonsense. It's not connected to the truth at all. After a while, when Rav felt better, he came to the yeshiva. And he said in the class, in Shiur, he said, no one really knows me. No one really understands me. No one really think that Rav is in sorrow, that Rav is in pain because of that you're sinning. Rav's got sorrow because the students are not. Rav is with Hashem. Rav is in a different place. The righteous people, they're in a different place. They are with Hashem Yitbarach. So in our minds, we're separating them from Hashem. But he's glued to Hashem. He is holding Hashem Yitbarach so strong that he's not separate from him at all. And I'm not talking only about Rav Shalom Arush now to make him as an idol. We're talking about righteous people. People that are working hard. The Rav Shalom said, Hashem is my witness. He said, Hashem Edi. It's a way of making an oath, Shvu'ah. He said, Hashem Edi, that there is no second in my life that I don't remember exactly from who I received it all. Everything. From Rabbi Umori, Rav Eliezer Berland. From his rabbi, Rav Eliezer Berland. It's an oath in front of public, in front of Hashem, to say Hashem Edi. Really, it's his level. In the same class he said, you think that if you remember your rabbi twice a day, it means that you're already mekushar elav, connected to him? Right, twice a day, and you're holding yourself as one of the He said, like that there is that mitzvah of Shiviti Hashem lenegdi tamid, you have to have your rabbi in front of you, always. Because why? To idolize the Rebbe, chas shalom? No, because this is really his level, that he's with Hashem. He's really there. He's really the face of Shechinta. He's really the face of Hashem. When you look at the righteous people, you can see Hashem through them. Like we said, that when a person is working on himself and his neshama is illuminating, so what you see, the neshama is God, is part of God. So you can see Hashem when you look at that person. So when a person that really breaks his body totally, he doesn't have no lust, no desires, he doesn't care from this world at all, nothing interesting him. Only the tachlit, only Hashem. He's working and thinking and all of his actions are only from the soul. When you look at him, you really can see Hashem, mamash, can see Hashem. So we need to work on our eyes. We need to purify our eyes, that we're going to have that ability not to be confused. You see a Rav and then you start imagining it. But again and again, we need to focus in what that Rabotenu taught us, in the Gemorot HaKadoshot, in the Mishnayot HaKadoshot, stories that we can see in the Chumash, in the Nevi'im, to understand who are those people, that they can go and talk to Hashem Yitbarach. And I heard from Rabbi David Chaim Stern that he was telling me and other people that were there on that day that Rav Shalom and Rabbi Yehuda Zev Lebovich were on the Tziyun of Rabbeinu HaKadosh, Rabbi Nachman Breslov in Uman. A few years ago, when the 3-4 years ago, when there was that decree of that boat that came from Turkey to Eretz Israel, and the Rav Stern said he's familiar with those things. He's a righteous man for a long time, for years, for generations. His family is very holy. His father-in-law was Rabbi Moshe Mandel. He was the head of the Lamed Vav Tzadikim Nistarim. Huge. And Rabbi Yehuda Zev Lebovich crowned him, came to him, to Rabbi David Chaim Stern, and told him, I'm a messenger of the Tishbi. Tishbi it's Eliyahu Navi. Rabbi Yehuda Zev Lebovich saw Eliyahu Navi every day. Rabbi David Chaim Stern said that Eliyahu Navi was coming to him, to Rabbi Yehuda Zev Lebovich, more than to every righteous man in the generation. We don't understand. We haven't seen Eliyahu once. Maybe we did. We don't remember. We don't know. Maybe you told him hello. Maybe you helped him carry some bags on the way from the Shuk, Machne Yehuda. We don't know. Maybe we had that merit. We don't know. But those people, righteous people, and he came to him, he told him, I'm a messenger of the Tishbi. And then Rabbi David Chaim Stern said, probably you have to understand that the Tishbi, he heard it from somewhere. The Tishbi is not deciding things on his own. Means Hashem Yitbarach told him that he gonna be the Admor after him, after Rav Moshe Mandel. That he gonna be. And it was 30, 40 years ago. Those people, one time Rab Aaron was a helper, the son of Rabbi David Chaim Stern, was a helper of Rabbi Yehuda Zev Lebovich. And with Rabbi Yehuda Zev Lebovich, he was making the Seder, Lela Seder in the house of Rabbi David Chaim Stern. In a certain time, Rabbi Yehuda Zev Lebovich told Rab Aaron, take me home, this is it, we're going. So he told him, let's finish the Seder, everything. They were after the Seudah, after Birkat Hamazon, but he rushed him, he told him, no, this is it, we're going. So he told him, all right, I'm just going to say goodbye to my father. And he came to Rabbi David Chaim Stern and he's telling him, Father, I'm taking Rabbi Yehuda Zev Lebovich. He's not answering to him, not looking at him. And so he went. You have to listen to his rabbi, to Rabbi Yehuda Zev Lebovich, and he's taking him back home. On the way, while they're walking, so Rabbi Yehuda Zev asking Rab Aaron, do you know why your father didn't answer you? So he told him why. He said, because Eliyahu Navi is over there and you want him to talk to you. Eliyahu Navi is there and Rabbi Yehuda Zev Lebovich is going. What's going on? This is even higher. Eliyahu Navi is there and who is going? One time they said to Rabbi Yehuda Zev Lebovich, have you seen Eliyahu Navi? So he said, Eliyahu Navi saw me. We cannot understand those things. We cannot. What was the story that I wanted to tell you that Rabbi David Chaim Stern said that when Rav Shalom and Rabbi Yehuda Ze'ev were on the Tziyun of Rabbeinu HaKadosh, Rabbi David Chaim Stern, I heard that story a few times from few angles, from few people that were there in that situation, and that Rav Shalom was there, and that Rav Shalom was crying, and that Rabbi Yehuda Ze'ev was talking to someone that was standing on top of the Tziyun, and Rabbi David Chaim Stern testified that Rav Shalom saw it also, that Rabbi Yehuda Ze'ev Lebovich brought down from heaven Rabbi Nachman in Breslov to his Tziyun, brought him down from heaven. And that Rav Shalom was so scared that he started to cry. And he saw all of that sight. And for a few hours, Rabbi Yehuda Ze'ev Lebovich is talking to Rabbi Nachman in Breslov on the Tziyun. He brought him down from heaven. We don't understand what we're talking about. For us, Rabbi Nachman is always there, and it's true, you can always talk to him, but something higher, something physical, something, certain spiritual physicality, I don't know how to say, something, an act they made. He brought him down from heaven. And then they're talking, and so we're talking about huge people that really runs the world, and we don't understand. When Rabbi Yehuda Ze'ev Lebovich came back and they heard that there was that boat came to Eretz Israel from Turkey, he said, they made my eyes blind from heaven that I will not going to see that boat is on the way. They didn't let me see, because as long as I was in Eretz Israel, no boat could come from Turkey. Means that they're inside. They're inside all of the world map, whatever goes on with all of the nations, and for them it's all clear. I told you, I don't remember when Rav Berland went out from Morocco, he said the Girgashi. He said we lift up all of the sparks of the Prizi or the Yevusi, the Girgashi, the Girgashi. The Morocco. All right, so righteous people, they know, they see, they're coming to those places, they know what's going on. Things that Morocco, graves of tzadikim going, Pepsi, cola, you can drink Pepsi, it's kosher. We don't see nothing, we don't have those eyes. And they're going and lifting the sparks of the nations, of the grandsons of Avraham Avinu, from Bnei Shfachot, and on, and things, and they're running the world, those righteous people. This is the importance to understand what it means that you have a rabbi that is really a holy man. I heard on a person that he's a friend of mine, he's divorced for over 4 years from his first wife, and he tried to go to Shidduchim and nothing worked for him. Nothing. Totally closed. He came to Rabbi David Chaim Stern. Rabbi David Chaim Stern told him, deposit money, don't donate, don't give. Deposit money to Achnasat Kala. They have for over 40 years Achnasat Kala in Bnei Brak, that they're helping orphans and Kalot Veitomim, poor people, to get married. He told him, deposit the money, it's yours, you can take it whenever you want. Just deposit the money here, help us, that we're going to have money to help people. He gave a certain amount, and not as a donation, just as a loan. After 1 month, he got married. When he came to say thank you to Rabbi David Chaim Stern, David Chaim Stern told him, you see, when you give your money to people that are metukanim, fixed, so the money starts to make fruits, to give fruits, לעשות perot. And you haven't even gave, he told him. You just deposit. Think what would happen if you would give. And it's true, because you cannot ignore. If a person is stuck for 4 years, 5 years, nothing is moving, and he's trying, and he's praying, he's doing it bodeduyot, and he's walking and giving, and nothing works, and suddenly he's doing something small, and it's changed his life, like to go Sheni, Chamishi, Sheni, Monday, Thursday, Monday, to the grave of Rabbi Moshe Rabbi Moshe Gedalia Mizvil, the Zvil Rebbe, the son of Rabbi Shmelke Mizvil. People went there and done Monday, Thursday, Monday, and saw salvations, things huge. You can see. He asked to people to make it famous, to publicize it. So people are putting notes on the wall over there, close to the grave. You see thousands of notes, and it's not lies. It's people that came and made it and saw salvations in their lives. Things that were stuck for years. And he came Monday, Thursday, Monday. This is it. This is it. So one person gonna go and we're not gonna work for him. Someone else gonna go to Rabbi David Chaim Stern and we're not gonna see his salvation. It's also okay. But it doesn't take off their power. The fact that for you it's not working yet, it means that you need to learn some more. It means that you need to pray some more. You need to come to a lower place, means a humble place, to understand something that is important for your tikkun. It doesn't take from their power. To believe that we have righteous people like that, they're defending the generation, that are fighting for the generation, that are sacrificing every day, every hour, every moment of their lives. They're eating that you're going to be able to eat. They're drinking that you're going to be able to drink. You can't believe it. You cannot understand it. But really, this is what they're doing. This is how they're living their life. This is how their thoughts are working. I thought today when I was saying Kriyat Shema in Shacharit, I said to myself, now it's the time to keep all of what that we're saying in Kriyat Shema. What it means. We're saying, V'ayu advarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'chule. And then we're saying, Ukshartam leot al yadecha v'ayu letotafot ben einecha. We're saying that in Kriyat Shema. But when is the time to keep that mitzvah? When we're saying Kriyat Shema? No. We put that tefillin already in the beginning of Shachrit. And the Kriyat Shema is in the middle, is the center of Tfilat Shacharit. So actually, when you're saying Kriyat Shema, you prepare yourself to how you're going to put tefillin tomorrow. Brought me back to that place that we talked about yesterday. That we need to prepare ourselves. When you're putting tefillin, you need to remember, now I'm tying on my hand 7 times that tefillin, 7 circles. This is 7, corresponding to 7 days of the week, to the 7 sfirot that we're dealing with in this lifetime. And I'm tying now, when I'm putting that tefillin, asher, when you're saying, Kideshanu, makes us holy, b'mitzvotav, in the mitzvot, v'tzivanu, and He obligates us, la'aniach tefillin, you need to think that now you're crowning Hashem. Rabbeinu asked how a person got that courage, where he takes that courage to take the crown of the king. The Zohar Kadosh is defining the tefillin kitra de malka, not as the crown of the king, the crown of the king. And now you take your hand and you reach the crown of the king and you put it on your head. Where you find that courage to do? Rabbeinu is saying a person should be so ashamed to keep mitzvot, not to sin in front of the king of honor. To keep mitzvot, because who am I that's gonna put tefillin on my contaminated hands? Who am I to tie those holy tefillin on my hands? Who am I? And you can say, "Verastich li leolam, verastich li betzedek ubmishpat, bechesed, verastich," like a wedding. You're getting married with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. It's a ring on your finger. You're the bride of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. You become to be part with Hashem. And you're tying Hashem on your wrist, on your hand. And this is when this is the time? When you're putting that tefillin. And like I told you yesterday, remind me, and I'm sorry I didn't forget it for until now. I'm walking with those thoughts every moment, every minute. I'm thinking about it. It's so huge. It's so amazing. Think about it. The name of Hashem Yitbarach, it's mercy, rachamim. Means that you're not worthy. Means that when He is influencing on you, He's giving to you something that you're not worthy to receive. You're not supposed to receive it. He is doing it out of His loving kindness. This is His gift for you, free gift. You not deserve to receive it. Every time you say, Baruch, Ata, Hashem, now you want to say Shakol. You want to say Shmona Esrei. You want to say Bracha on Tzitzit, on Tefillin. Stop 1 minute before you say the bracha. 1 minute. Wait. Don't run with the bracha. You want to drink, I understand. I want to drink also. Let's stop 1 minute before. Because after you put it tefillin, this is it. You already lost the intention of putting tefillin. Like I told you now. When you're saying ukshartam, when you're keeping ukshartam leot al yadecha vayu letotafot ben einecha, that you don't know what it means totafot. No one knows what it even means totafot, but at least want to know. At least think about it. At least have heart in that mitzvah. After you put the tefillin, this is it. You cannot tie them on your hands, and this is it, they're already tied. And how you tied them? With the intention that you had. Now you said shakol niya bidvaro. You cannot drink it with the right intention. The intention is the bracha, the meaning that you had when you said the bracha. You need to make the bracha with a certain kavanah. So after that you said shakol already, this is it, finished, now you can drink. It's not the issue, it's not the ikar, it's not the main thing. The main thing is to stop one moment before you say the bracha and to say Baruch. Think about it, what you can achieve. And this is how even people like us can step in that path of righteous people, ancient righteous people, old people, righteous people, huge people, gigantic people, our forefathers, to walk in their path, to walk with them, to follow them, to bless Hashem Yitbarach in every mitzvah and mitzvah. Just stop 1 minute, just stop and say Baruch, think, Ata, blessed, you, Ata, it's infinity. Hashem, I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy. Think about it in Shmona Esrei. Shakol niya bidvaro. That everything, Hashem made everything. Think about it in Shmona Esrei. How many times we're mentioning the mercy of HaKadosh Baruch Hu in Shmona Esrei. All of the time, a person with this humility is so humble. Now we can talk. Now we can talk to Hashem. Now we can talk. Now when you're humble, you can ask. Before, when you're arrogant, you cannot ask. You think you have it all. But when you're humble, every word that you're saying, Hashem is there. How are we starting the Shmona Esrei? Hashem, Sfatai Tiftach. Hashem, I'm not worthy. I don't have the ability to open my mouth, open my lips. I cannot talk. I know I cannot talk. According to the intention, to the kavanah that you're going to have in that first verse, all of your Shmona Esrei are going to be. Depends in that. Rabbanan taught us that. They added that verse that we're going to say, Hashem, Sfatai Tiftach, that me, going to wake up to realize I'm not able to pray. I'm not able to talk. I'm not able to move my lips, my mouth. I cannot open my mouth. Now I can ask you, please, for mercy. And this tefillah gonna be answered. When a person is arrogant, and it doesn't have to be violent arrogant. It just can be that he doesn't feel that he needs Hashem. So Hashem is already saying, "En ani ve'hu yacholim ladur b'makom echad." Me and him cannot stay in one place together. But when you're humbling yourself, when you take yourself to the real place of truth, like I told you a few years ago already, I don't know what humility is. Every time that we're talking about humility, we just see the truth. So this is the truth. It's not humility. Humility is something else. The truth is that we're worthless, that we're nothing, that we not exist. This is the truth. What's humility? I don't know. Rav Shalom once said that Moshe Rabbeinu, you can say on him that he's supposed to be humble because he was Moshe Rabbeinu. He was a giant, so he's supposed to be humble because he's got a reason to be arrogant. But us, that we see that it's a disgrace, that we're sinning every day, that we're violating the 10 Commandments. We cannot count the times that we're violating the 10 Commandments daily. It's a disgrace. It's a disgrace to be arrogant. No. It's stupidity that doesn't have no solid ground. It's just imaginations. It's not like Jerusalem syndrome. You think that you're Mashiach. All right, you think that you have a reason to be arrogant. Nice. All right. Very, very funny. Very nice. A lot of crazy people are walking. We need to work on ourselves to be normal, to be sane. I don't have no reason to be arrogant, to be proud, or nothing, really. I'm violating the rules of the Torah Kedosha, so All of what that we're talking about is not connected to me at all. But still I can find myself in all of that, really. So it means that Hashem is so kind. So just to talk to Him like that. And it's such pity to lose every shachrit, to lose every bracha. The Baba Sali was crying to his siddur. He received the siddur from his father. He cried. He wasn't missing one word from the siddur, every shachrit. They realized what that is. What is the siddur? He was reading the siddur one word after the other, from Modeh, Ani, Lefanecha, every word. And that tefillah, the Zohar HaKadosh is saying to say that before of that part. The Zohar HaKadosh is saying to say that before of that part. And that righteous man, that Admor, add that tefillah before of that. All of the time, remind ourselves, who am I? I once made a picture, I saw it in a certain siddur. I made a picture for myself. I'm almost not opening it at all, but Baruch Hashem, I have it. It's not an iPhone. It's a nonsense phone. מי אנוכי שאזכה להתפלל? Who am I that I'm going to have the merit to pray in front of HaKadosh Baruch Hu? In front of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shehu, that He is kel gadol ve'nora, and I am a sinner person, and I made His holy name angry with my bad actions, and I am flesh and bones, ashes and earth, and I'm not worthy and not supposed to have the merit to mention His holy name, Hagibor ve'anora, powerful and umikol sheken, and more than that, Litpalel, to pray in front of Him and to mention His huge name several times. Oy li, how I'm gonna be so rude to stand up in front of a huge and Nora king of all kings, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Ilat kol ha'ilot, the reason of all reasons, V'sibat kol ha'sibot, Ela mipnei rachamav v'chasadav, just because of His mercy and kindness, huge kindness, that He's got mercy on all of His creations, and He wants people to pray and to beg of His slaves, like that it's written that Hashem is close to everyone that calls Him, to everyone that calls Him with truth. Retzoni re'av yaseh. I have a story on that if you want to hear. V'shava'atam yishma v'yoshiem. The first time that I went to Yosef HaTzadik, so we tried to go on the bus of Yosef HaTzadik, and the Rav Shalom was in a certain van. There was a person that wanted to take him privately, bulletproof van to the tziyun of Yosef HaTzadik, and he's sitting with the Rebbitzin inside the van, and we're with all of the rest of Am Yisrael are struggling, fighting, who's going to climb on the bus that's going to take us to Yosef HaTzadik, and we're trying, and 50 people went on the bus, and another 200 are waiting to salvations. And we're going to the van, that Rav is in that van, and Rav is open the window. We knock on the window, and Rav is open the window, and we're saying, Rav, please, can Rav help us? Maybe you can pray on us, something. We're going to have the merit to go to Yosef HaTzadik also. And then the Rebbitzin, she opened the front door, and she told us, come in, me and another Avrech, Avramaya, we jumped into the car from in front, we went inside and we're sitting, and then the owner of that car is opening the car to see what's going on, and he sees both of us sitting on the floor, hiding like that, and he's saying, hey, I didn't let you in, and we're quiet, we're doing it bodedut, and he's saying, hey, it's a private car, go out, please, it's my car. And we don't know what to do. The Rebbitzin, she let us in, and we want to go to Yosef HaTzadik, and it's his car. We're not allowed to refuse. We're not going to drive also. And he's saying, guys, I'm telling you, please come out from the car. It's my car. I'm not letting you in. I'm sorry. And we're saying, please, maybe, and nothing. And then he's asking Arav. He said, Arav, what do you say? So Arav told him, let them stay. So he said, all right, if Arav said so, we're going to let you stay. And we stayed. And he went, and that person went for another few minutes, and then Rav Shalom said, Retzon Yira'av Yaseh, that Hashem is listening to the will of Yira'av, of the ones that are serving Him, the Yire'im, it's Arav himself. Arav wanted us to go so we can go. just to let you know, in that time we went over there was a time for men and time for women. So first of all, the men was inside. We were half an hour over there. And then the soldiers start to take all of the people out to let the women come in. And I saw that Rav Shalom is walking to the back all of the time, to the back of the place of the Tzion of Yosef HaTzadik. And so I glued myself to him, went after him, of course, to spend more time with him in the Tzion of Yosef HaTzadik. And suddenly I saw there was before the Tzion of, now it's a ruin over there, the Ishmaelim, damned Ishmaelim, they ruined the place. But before there was a Sefer Torah over there, so there is a hole in the wall that was ready for Heichal, a Sefer Torah, and a man can stand there. So a man that is a Sefer Torah, the Talmid Chacham, Rav Shalom, he went into that hole in the wall, and he's getting inside. And I was covering him. I was standing behind him, with face to him, with the back to all of the women outside. And the man went out, and no one talked to us. And all of the women came, and they were doing Hitbodedut, and me and Rav were 1 hour in that Sefer Torah place in Yosef HaTzadik. Everyone were half an hour, the men half an hour, women half an hour. Baruch Hashem, we had the married to stay there hiding. I was hiding Rav, and Rav was hiding me under his wonderful wings. So like we said before, this is the importance, to understand the power of righteous people. They have such powers that really HaKadosh Baruch Hu is listening to them. Tzadikim can praise and can explain and can share, and they're giving us not even one drop of water from Sea of Wisdom that we're going to understand. There was a woman that, for an example, that she was a Baalat Tshuva. Yesterday, me and Obi heard that story from a person that connected to that woman. A woman that, a regular Baalat Tshuva, student of Rav Shalom, and one day, she was Chilonit, totally Chilonit, everything. She made Tshuva. Today she's Charedit with 5 children. One night she had a dream, and in her dream she saw Rav Shalom. And he told her, come, and something like that, and somehow been opened in front of her an amazing, gorgeous view like the ocean. She saw the sea, she saw something amazing in front of her eyes, opened widely. And Rav Shalom took a cup and took water from the sea and gave her and told her, here, drink. And she took that cup and drank that water from the sea and woke up. This is it, this is a dream. After it, for 3 weeks, she couldn't stop herself writing words of songs. For 3 weeks she completed to write a complete CD in English, an Israeli woman. A woman that her knowledge in English is pathetic like mine, something like that, from MTV or I don't know what, from movie channel, I don't know what, something horrible like that. And she wrote a complete CD in English, and she's singing. She asked Rav permission to sing that CD. She wrote it, just came down. One song on Hashem, one song on faith, one song on hope, one song on good points. Light of Rabbeinu HaKadosh, established on the wisdom of Rabbeinu and Rav Shalom and his holy books. And in 3 weeks she wrote all of that CD with the tunes, with the music and everything. Now after 5 years she completed that CD. Something amazing, amazing, amazing. You cannot understand. Light like that comes down, and it's a cup from the sea. 1 cup of water, 1 glass of water, drink. It's my gift to you. When she came to Rav Shalom, Rav was so surprised and saying, oh wow, yes, amazing. And he allowed to her to, she doesn't want to do nothing. She didn't want to just to remember that dream. And she saw what happened with her. She'd been so inspired for 3 weeks. Baruch Hashem, we're inspired for over something like 10 years, Baruch Hashem. So Rabbi Sai, let's get stronger together to run, to understand what Hashem wants from us. Today, this night, we're going all to pray on Rav Shalom, like we said in the Kotel HaMa'aravi. The yeshiva is going to pray 6 hours on Rav Shalom at 8 p.m. in the Kotel HaMa'aravi. Everyone that is able to join us, to come, to pray for his health and his success, Bezrat Hashem. He said once, 3 years ago, he said that he made a deal with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that he saw that he needs a lot of prayers. So he said, and he saw that. So he said to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, listen, I cannot ask my students to pray on me. So let's make a deal. I'm going to push them. I'm going to convince them to pray on Am Yisrael, and it's going to be count like they're praying on me. They're going to pray generally on all of Am Yisrael, but it's going to count like they're praying on me. So he said that HaKadosh Baruch Hu agreed on that, and that they made a deal. And this is it. So if it's too hard for you to pray on a Rav for a few hours, so you can add to that prayers on all of Am Yisrael, that this is really the will of a Rav, of all of the righteous people. Rav Shalom said that righteous people, they're all very special. Everyone's got his specialty. One is learning Torah very hard. One wakes up chatzot. One running and saving prisoners and shvuim. And one is giving tzedakot. And there is only one thing that really connects all of them, bonding all of them together. It's called Ahavat Israel. Love to Am Yisrael. The one that is strong in Limud Torah, he's learning for Am Yisrael. The one that is praying with all of his heart, he is praying for all of Am Yisrael. Everyone are the one that's running and giving tzedakah, and all for Am Yisrael. Also, Moshe Rabbeinu, Rav Shalom explained that the greatness of Moshe Rabbeinu is only because that he saw how much Am Yisrael are important to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. This is why he gave all of what that he had to Am Yisrael, because he realized that Hashem doesn't have nothing in his world except of his children. We cannot understand it. We need to think about it. And who are those Am Yisrael? It's me and you. It's you and me. It's each and every one of us that is part of us. You know, there was a Masoret tradition in the house of the kingship of England. Prince Charles also been circumcised. Mm-hmm. His children, no. Now this is it. They finished this. But until all of the generation, they had a tradition that they are from the family of King David, and they were circumcising by a Jewish rabbi all of their children until Prince Charles. But he is modern Orthodox English, so he's Christian, so he's not circumcising his children anymore. So those two princes are not but they have a certain legacy, they have certain connection. What do you know? You don't know nothing. You don't know how a family can receive such greatness for generations. Or need to have a certain merit and greatness really to receive it somewhere. So need to respect everyone, to know everyone are so huge. Am Yisrael. I told you that once, when you think about it, that the salvation of Am Yisrael going to be for all of Am Yisrael. And when we're saying Am Yisrael, we're thinking, most of us are thinking on tribe of Yehuda tribe, Jewish nation. But actually, Yehuda is only one tribe out of 12. And all of the rest of the tribes going to be saved in the salvation also. All of the lost tribes are waiting. And they didn't went through all of the Holocaust that cut us and not in half. So we're talking about hundreds of millions of people, that this is the nation of Am Yisrael that's supposed to come and to accept the Torah mechadash and to be part of Beis HaMikdash and to serve Hashem, and that all of that nation, Am Yisrael, gonna illuminate to the nations, to all of the rest of the 70 nations. And we're talking about something huge. All of it were the Bnei Noach, it's one thing. The holy tribes of Am Yisrael, it's something that even closer to us. Need to think about it. Every person that you meet, everyone that you meet, you don't know who you're talking to. Need to respect everyone. Need to understand that everyone got his connection and something that is relating him to Am Yisrael in a certain way, and to respect everyone. You don't know who you're talking to. And also, again, you don't know who you are. Start to respect yourself, like yourself, your wife, your children, your family. You don't know who you are. You don't know from which family you are, what's your connection. My brother, a lawyer, Chiloni, his wife, she's one of the grandsons or granddaughters of the Baal Shem Tov HaKadosh. My brothers and daughters are daughters of a Baal Shem Tov HaKadosh. And And she's the manager of children, Arutz Eladim, on cables in the television. She's the manager of Arutz Eladim, of children channel. She's totally Chiloni, totally. And she's a granddaughter of a Baal Shem Tov. No matter what you're going to think to yourself, that you have something to say. You have a business with a Baal Shem Tov. Talk to him about his granddaughters. Think you know something? We don't know nothing. Think about yourself. One day you woke up. One day something woke you up. One day something woke you up. What is that thing? It's something that was there already before. I remember myself as a child. When I was doing things that are wrong, I hated it from inside. I didn't know why. I hated it. I had a horrible feeling doing those things and I couldn't stop myself. I had to go through those difficulties, through those contaminations. I had to. But I hated it from inside. And you see, people are suffering outside. You see. So if they're suffering, if they're struggling, if it's hard for them, you need to know for sure that they're holy. You need to know that they have lights inside of them, each and every one. A lighthouse. Everyone is a lighthouse. Everyone. Even though that it's hard to grab, to understand, like it was hard for Moshe Rabbeinu to think, how can it be that Am Yisrael going to illuminate to the nations? It's hard to understand. But it will happen. You should count on Hashem. Believe in Hashem. So again, Rabbi Isai, let's strengthen ourselves to pray on our wonderful rabbi teacher that there was no righteous man, tzadik like him, never ever before. No one had that merit to write such simple way of explanation and to that's going to illuminate the world like that. Millions of books in the wide world. That priest Philip now in South Africa, he bought a certain river and a forest, an area, a field that is dedicated only for Hidbodeduyot. And people are coming and they're organizing trips to that river, to that place, and they're doing sessions, Hidbodeduyot over there, people coming to vacations of Hidbodeduyot, conversations with Hashem. When Rav Shalom came back from South Africa in the second time that he I don't remember, I'm sorry, I don't know if it was in the first time or second time that he went there. When he came back, was in his house, came to visit him Chacham Avraham Chai. Chacham Avraham Chai, also one of the biggest righteous people in this generation, huge. When he went, Rabbi Chacham Avraham Chai, when he went out, he was also with Rav Lebovich, Rav Shalom, Rav David Chaim Stern, in that trip to Uman. When he went out from the Tzion of Rabbeinu, he said, Rabbi Nachman liked me very much. This is what he said. He said that every time that he's going to Rashbi, so Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai comes out to accept him, to welcome him when he's coming to Rashbi. So Chacham Avraham Chai, when he saw Rav Shalom, after Rav Shalom came back from, one of the Avrechim was there in the Rav Shalom's house, and he saw Chacham Avraham over there, and Rav Shalom told him, you don't know, Rav, we came back now from South Africa, and it was amazing, thousands of black people all accepting on themselves the yoke of heaven and believing in the Creator and following the 7 mitzvot of Bnei Noach and on. So that Avrech that was there, El Natan Malul, he said that he saw Chacham Avraham Chai doing something with his eyes, I don't know what, made certain aliyat neshama for 10 seconds or so, something like that. And then he came down like that, and he said what that he wrote on Rav Shalom, on the Askama, on the book, Beriti Shalom. He said, Hamuvchar shebatzadikim, Hamuvchar shebatzadikim, the chosen one from all of the righteous people, the chosen one. He said that Avrech was shaking. He said he couldn't believe what he sees. That's what he wrote on Beriti Shalom. Maybe it's not in that book, maybe it's in the other, in the forest fields. So he wrote, Muvchar tzadikim. When Rabbi David Chaim Stern, he gave me bracha, he said, Yivachecha Hashem v'yishmerecha, Ya'er Hashem panav elecha v'yichuneka, Yisa Hashem panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. When he finished saying Yasem lecha shalom, he told me, Shalom ze beriti shalom. Shalom ze beriti shalom. To have peace, it means to be holy, to be kadosh. That book's soon going to be translated to English, mamash, in those days. And also Rav Shalom is writing a new book that now going to come out. It's a Emuna Olami, Garden of Faith to the world. It's not the Garden of Faith, the universal Garden of Faith. It's another Garden of Faith that Rav is. It's like those New Age books that a person lahavdil, that a person explains the illumination that he had in his life, and Rav Shalom wrote a book that explained to every person, everyone, Jewish, non-Jewish, everyone, the obligation of faith. And he's telling his story of Itkarvut, how he went closer to Hashem, Hashem opened his eyes, and amazing book that he's now about to finish. So have the merit to join us to pray on him. Bezrat Hashem. Thank you, Rabbi Isai. Chazak u'baruch.